Hey cuties, it's Amanda and this is my channel Mindful Dinosaur. So today I'll be touching on a very sensitive subject. It has to do with suicide, ideation, self-harm, that sort of thing. So before you watch it, I just want to give a trigger warning. I don't want you to watch this if you have urges to do things like that or get triggered easily by these things. This is kind of a story because I'm further in recovery that I feel more comfortable saying it, but if you aren't that far, then I would say click out of this and watch another one of my videos, probably one of the more positive ones. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get into things. So this is, you can tell by the title, The Time That I Almost Died. This is really scary for me to say because I'm afraid of reactions I'll get, things like that. So make sure to just stay positive. Don't write mean things in the comments, please. So yeah, I'll just dive in and start with the story. So it was a couple years ago. I had gotten out of the hospital. It'd been a few months since I'd been in the hospital. That time I went in the hospital because basically I kept having to be restrained because I would go for things in the drawer like knives and stuff, and my dad would physically have to restrain me because I wouldn't be able to contain myself. So that, among eating disorder things, that was the fourth time I was admitted. So a few months later, I was at my friend's house. I had been going for a few days and I noticed that they had a medicine cabinet. I didn't really think much of it until one day when I went. I was like, I got this strange compulsive impulse to just go into the medicine cabinet and take something. So I ended up doing that. I went into the medicine cabinet and I took pills. I actually took 49 tablets of 325 milligram aspirins. So that's basically a lethal dose. And this was out of nowhere. I wasn't feeling upset. I wasn't sad. I wasn't anxious. I mean, there's always the underlying anxiety that I have. I have a lot of anxiety, but wasn't like because of something, you know? So I took those and I was on my way home and I was feeling like a little nauseous, but I was like, okay. So I got home after like 30 minutes. I got sick, like I threw up just right on the floor, and I started feeling really nauseous and really drowsy. And so after I threw up, my parents were like, okay, we'll clean this up, just go into your room, get some rest. So I take a nap, and it's like an hour nap, and I come back down and I'm feeling really drowsy and not really able to focus. My hearing is like going, like it's hard to hear, and I go downstairs and I'm crying and I'm feeling nauseous. And my parents, they had friends over, so I didn't really want to say anything, but my dad's like, he comes down, he's like, what's wrong? Did you take something? I'm like, yes. And I told him what I took, and he just sat there and stared at me. He was so disappointed in me, and that just hurt me so bad. And he told my mom, and then my dad like told their friends to leave. And I was just feeling so disappointed in myself, and I felt terrible. I felt like I let down my parents because I really did. And so they took me to the ER, and I was throwing up all the way there. And I was like scratching my hands, not knowing what to do with myself. And so they get me to the ER and they get me into a room. They put me on fluids. I'm just throwing up this whole time. And I remember my family friends, they came in, and one of my closest neighbors, she just came in and she was crying, and she just like didn't know why I did this. And I told her I didn't know either, because I honestly didn't know. I didn't want to die, but I didn't necessarily want to be alive, you know? I just wanted something in my life to change, and I knew it wasn't because I wanted to die. I just had a crazy impulse, and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to handle it. So they kept me overnight at the hospital, and they got fluids in me and everything. And this was July 3rd. I remember we go home July 4th, and I was admitted to Shepherd Pratt again the next day. And yeah, I was there for another like 5 weeks, and it was just a really rough time because I still haven't figured out why I took those pills. People still, like, doctors ask me why I did, and I tell them I don't know, and they tell me there has to be a reason, but honestly, it was just a crazy impulse, and I don't know, it was awful, and I shouldn't have done it. But I still get those impulses sometimes, obviously not as bad, but I still get urges to do that, and it's really hard to handle because, I mean, what are you going to do, like, when you have those urges and you don't have someone around to stop you, you know? So I've kind of been dealing with that a lot lately, and this kind of goes, like, further into things like right now I've been comparing myself a lot lately. It was funny because I just went to a group therapy the other day, an eating disorder support group, and we talked about comparison and how it's the thief of joy, which I thought was crazy because I had been comparing myself so much lately from my body to other people's bodies, to food they're eating to the food I'm eating. And it's just been so hard. Like, I can't see someone without thinking, oh, they're thinner than me, or, oh, like, they're eating less, I wish I could do that, I'm jealous, like, things like that. And it's been filling my mind lately, and my therapist thinks that my work is triggering me. I work at a food sort of restaurant place thing, and it's just the calories are up there and it's killing me. It really is. And I don't know, that was just kind of a separate rant. But yeah, that's kind of where I've been at recently. So yeah, I guess I'll end here. Sorry I didn't really get to end on a positive note, but I just kind of wanted to get that out there. You know, it's just something that's been on my mind a lot. So yeah. If you want to support me, make sure to like this video and subscribe. And if you want to watch more videos, turn on that notification bell. Comment down below any videos that you would like to see me do. I do mental health, vlogs. I can do challenges. I can really do anything. So anything you want to see, let me know. So besides that, I have nothing else. Oh, except if you want to check out Bright Swimwear, they have some really cool swimsuits, and if you use the code Amanda15, you'll get 15% off your purchase. So yeah, I'll end there, and so thank you for watching again, and I will see you next time. Bye!